Cruel Summer is the second track on Taylor Swift's 7th studio album, Lover. The song title itself was actually an Easter egg that was revealed in Taylor Swift's second single from the Lover album, You Need to Calm Down. And today we're gonna be looking at what the song is about, because if I'm being completely honest, the first time that I heard it, like, I really loved the song, but I also had like no idea what was going on. Here's what Taylor had to say about the song during her Lover Secret sessions. This song is one that I wrote about the feelings of a summer romance, and oftentimes a summer romance can be layered with all these feelings of pining away and sometimes even secrecy. It deals with the idea of being in an adult relationship where there's some element of desperation and pain in it, where you're yearning for something that you don't quite have yet, it's just right there and you just can't reach it. Essentially, the song is about a summer romance and the highs and lows that come with that, trying to play it cool but also having the time of your life. So let's dive right in. The song kicks up with a juxtaposition, fever dream high in the quiet of the night. A fever dream is like a type of nightmare that is caused by having a high temperature, and it's a very strange and overwhelming experience, usually with a negative connotation attached to it. But her saying fever dream high gives it a more positive spin, with undertones of being excited. So essentially saying that through this relationship, she's exploring a wide range of emotions. So there's a fever dream, the negative, and the high, so the positive. Then she calls her love interest a bad, bad boy, which is actually a parallel to how she calls herself in Miss Americana, bad, bad girl. She also uses this toy imagery, which she has used before to describe her love interests in Don't Tell Me from her Reputation album. And when she says shiny toy with a price, you know that I bought it. To me, what this means is that she's willing to pay the price of the negative things that come with it to get the shiny toy out of it. She's buying into the roller coaster of the relationship. In the next section, she talks about the agony of waiting in anticipation. Killing me slow, out the window, I'm always waiting for you to be waiting below is very reminiscent of the visual in Romeo and Juliet from the balcony scene. This lyric was actually included in Me as an Easter egg in the music video. Then we get this cool line, devils roll the dice, angels roll their eyes. In typical Taylor fashion, she teased these lyrics as an Easter egg in the Me music video. And days before the release of the actual album, there was a mural found in New York City with these lyrics as part of the promotional campaign. Dice were also seen as an Easter egg at the beginning of the music video for You Need to Calm Down. The saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, comes from Frederick Nietzsche. Oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce his name. From a book called Twilight that was published in 1889, essentially saying that suffering makes us grow as people. Here Taylor plays with the phrase, implying that having to wait for her potential love interest is only making her desire for him stronger. So then we get to the chorus where she starts off by expressing her excitement of being in a new relationship where everything is new. Then she says she has a blue feeling, which is an interesting choice, and let's break down why. In the song Red, she described the color blue as being the color of losing someone. However, in the Lover album, the color blue makes an appearance again and again, playing a much more different role. In December of 2018, there was an interview where Joe Alwyn had said that his favorite color is blue. So a lot of people speculated that that's the reason why Taylor gave a shift into the connotations for the color blue in this album, and the way she perceives it is completely different. And probably this color now represents her affection for him or her love for him. However, when it comes to Cruel Summer, I read a lot of things about Taylor describing her summer of 2016 as literally the apocalypse. Still, people were making the connection of why it was a cruel summer, because it was a very exciting time, but it was also a very difficult and complicated time. In the next part of the chorus, she starts with "It's cool," which is really similar or reminiscent of "Delicate." Is it cool that I said all that? And here it's kind of a response. It's cool, that's what I tell them. Then she goes on to talk about rules, which is also a theme that is found in Lover. This is our place, we make the rules. And here, of course, she's saying there are no rules, so everything's on the table. From what I understand in this lyrics is that everything is really chilled out, even though it's a new relationship. They feel very comfortable with each other. Now we get to what was probably some of the most misheard lyrics in the entire album. Alright, so hands up if you thought that it said, "I'm not buying." Like, literally, I was listening to the song and thinking that she was saying just that she's like not buying chips or not buying like a snack or a drink from the vending machine, which might sound weird, but like in my head, that whole lyric would have been like a reference to a hookup. So I just pictured like two people hooking up next to a vending machine, and there's like the light from it is making it the nighttime like a romantic setting, but they're not buying anything because they're just there hooking up. And yeah, the lyric here is actually not "I'm not buying," but "I'm not dying," which makes it even like more complicated to understand. But I actually watched a TikTok that explained some of these lyrics that I would link to, but I have no idea how to find it again. And this someone was talking about how that same summer they had been in the hospital, so when they heard these lyrics, for them it immediately associated with that. So you hang your head low because you're upset, and in the glow of the vending machine, I'm not dying, meaning that it's not you. You're there for someone else, but you're waiting. So it's not you that's dying, but it's still a like really difficult time. So essentially painting this imagery of someone being at a hospital late at night with the glow of the vending machine shining on them while they just have their head down because they're going through a hard time, and they're not dying because they're there for someone else. So maybe this could be a reference to being in the hospital, maybe during the time of her mom's treatment, as her mom had a battle with cancer. Although I don't think this was the same time as that summer, as far as I know, but it could also be a hospital visit for like something else. Or of course, none of the above. I just saw that on TikTok and thought that that was probably a really plausible explanation for it. However, I've seen other people say that the whole "I'm not dying" is just a throw to that other lyric from earlier, "What doesn't kill me makes me want you more." Just emphasizing how much she likes this guy. So it's hard times, but they're so comfortable with each other that they can really let their guard down. And now for this next lyric, I also had totally misheard. Like, I did not hear the fact that it said "Summer's a knife." But getting into the meaning, cutting the headlights is in essence a sign of secrecy, having to keep the relationship out of the public eye. When she says she's always waiting for him to cut to the bone, in essence is saying that she's nervous about things blowing up, that she is kind of expecting that things are gonna go wrong, and she's almost just waiting for it. Like, it's too good to be true. The headlight lyric is also a throw to her song style, "Midnight you come and pick me up, no headlights." Then she says, "If I bleed, you'll be the last to know," meaning that she really cares about him, but if he hurts her, she's not gonna let him know. She's playing it really cool, and we have arrived at the bridge. This section is all about moving out of the summer and into a long-term relationship. But of course, being a public figure, it makes things a lot more complicated. When her relationships have previously been public, they have been severely harmed, which is something that she has explored lyrically before, for example, in her song "I Know Places," and as a result, she decided to hide this relationship with Joe as much as possible, until paparazzi spotted them together in May 2017. In one of the diary entries that she put out with her Lover album, she talked about this exact fear, saying, "Now I'm essentially based in London, hiding out, trying to protect us from the nasty world that just wants to ruin things. We have been together and no one has found out for 3 months. I wanted to stay that way because I don't want anything about this to change." So she's really happy in this relationship, and she fears what the world finding out could do to it because it's good as it is. The secrecy of the relationship was actually a key topic in her Reputation album, mentioned on songs like "Dancing with Our Hands Tied," "Dress," "King of My Heart," and of course also alluded to on the song "Daylight" on Lover when she says "sneaking in your bed." So essentially in the bridge of the song, she's upset because she doesn't know how to handle the situation, transitioning from just a summer romance into something more. Keeping the secret is difficult, but she wants to be with him, and she's really afraid that if this ever goes public, everything is gonna come crashing down. The bridge continues to explore more things about summer secrecy, sneaking around, but then she lets her guard down. For a relationship that was meant to be casual and maybe love wasn't supposed to be a part of it, since there were no rules and they were just playing it cool with each other. But she ends up blurting that she loves him, and fears that in that moment of honesty she might have ruined the whole thing. But the moment of uncertainty is put to rest when he looks up grinning like a devil, which was also one of the most misheard lyrics, I think. I think a lot of people thought it says he looked so pretty like a devil. Although I always understood the grinning one, so I was good on this end. And essentially the meaning of this is just that he shared those feelings for her. That's why he was smiling. She didn't scare him away. Why a devil though? And I think this is just because she finds him irresistible and he just tempts her in. He's like luring her in. And I think she's just trying to imply that her attraction to him almost feels forbidden from how strong it is. I also read that someone was suggesting that this could also be, again, a reference to a balcony type of scene. So he's looking up because of this difference in levels from the balconies. And that would also explain the scream. So if she's at the top of a tower screaming down on him, he looks up and he's smiling. And with the devilish smile, he's just inviting her to calm down. So others have suggested that this could actually just be a reference to oral sex, saying that this is a theme that is found also in False God when she says, "Religion's in your lips, the altar is my hips." So as per usual, there's many ways to interpret the song lyric. But that's it for Cruel Summer. This song should have absolutely been a single, and I have no idea why it didn't make the cut. But all in all, this song is about exploring a new relationship and the highs and lows that come with that. Moving on from a secret summer love into a long-term, full-on, fleshed-out relationship. But also, damn, is it me or was there a lot of parallels in this song between this song and like other songs? Or maybe I'm just like digging way too much because it's, of course, Easter egg season now with Midnight's coming out soon. I hope you liked this video. If I missed any interesting things in the lyrics, please comment below and let me know because I love talking about this stuff. If you enjoyed it, I have a few other lyric breakdowns on my channel up right now, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye!